Good morning, friends. So how do you spend your me time? So I've got a day off and little ones at school, wife's at work. So I've really, this is proper me time. It's just me. And of course, I'm going to spend quite a bit of time in the allotment garden. But before that, I'll show you what I get up to. So it is porridge for breakfast and then off to the gym. I sometimes like to get a quick early morning exercise session in. It's a good start to the day. Wildlife always stops me in my tracks, even if I'm on a treadmill. I had to capture this lovely family of swans. That was a really good workout. I'm going to head off home now. I think I've just spotted something. Might need a bit of I think I might have to do a bit of a rescue mission. Let me just show you what I've just seen. So all the way down here, guys, looks like someone has been a bit greedy trying to eat some strawberries and has got stuck in the netting. Now if I didn't come here, you would have got stuck. Let me rescue you quickly. All right, come here. Come here. Okay. Come on, come. Go. I'm not going to cause you any harm. Go on. You're lucky I came. There's no one around here. Go. Go. Come on. You freedom. That's it. Honestly, what are these pigeons like? So tonight we're having some baked fish. So for that, I just want to pick some fresh coriander and some fresh chives from my allotment. I've just picked some fresh garlic chives as well. Sometimes I have to smell them to check that they're garlic chives because they look like grass. But they sure don't smell like grass. A really nice sweet garlic smell. I have been that busy with work that I've not had time to sow my sweet corn, and so I am going to direct sow this sweet corn. So I'll show you how I do it. I've had success in the past, so I'll probably do it again. I did take a few of these corns off the seeds, and I did sow them just to test, and it was fine. They all germinated, so that was fine. But I just have not had time to get all my trays out. I'm not going to chit these on paper either. That is an option, and sometimes that does help if you want to sort of speed up the process. So I'm going to pop all these in this bowl, as you can see, and I am going to then soak them overnight, and then tomorrow my plan is to prepare. Oh, we've lost one, but I'll catch him. We'll get him shortly. And my plan then is to get onto the allotment plot and prepare a nice bed for these, and then sow them directly. To be honest, it's just still not been warm enough. The soil hasn't been warm enough. We've still had a few chilly nights, but I really do need to get these in really. So we're going to go ahead and see how they do. Worst case scenario, I'll keep an eye on things. If they don't germinate, then I know a source where I can get some plug plants, so we'll just get them as plugs. But I'm confident. I've seen my good friend and plot neighbour Elena, she sowed these last year, and Elena's did absolutely fine, so I'm confident that these should be fine. So yeah, we're going to give these, oh, another one's escaped. Going to give these a soak overnight, and then I'll get these on the plot tomorrow, and you can then watch me sow them directly into the ground. This is really quite satisfying. And then it's time to water everything that's on my plot. I know we've had a lot of rain recently, but I just find that the soil is still very dry. So just really using this time to water all the veg. After watering the garlic, I'm just watering these onions. I did weed these over the weekend, took out all the weeds and just giving them a quick water. So I'm just going to do a quick full plot update for you, and we'll start off here with the strawberry bed at the front of the plot on the left hand side. I've given this plot a tidy. On the right hand side here we've got lots of raspberries starting to flower, so we should have a nice raspberry and strawberry harvest very soon. Behind the strawberry bed I've cleared all this area, and you'll see in the video this area here, this very sunny spot, I've direct sown my sweet corn. All this here is a blank canvas, but will soon fill up with lots of veg. And then we've got, on this side, we've got some chard and spinach, and behind that the carrot bed, and there's a courgette in between. I'm going to get a few more courgettes along here which are ready to plant out. I've got the brassica. There's red cabbage in there and they're all doing really well. I'll just show you quickly. Yeah, they're actually putting on some size now. Just need to get in there and weed. It's one of the jobs on the list. And then we've got a nice bed of gladioli which are really putting on some height now. I have to soon put some supports in here. There's a lovely dahlia here, which is a maroon coloured dahlia, next to this darker foliage gladioli, which I've also planted. You can tell by the base, it's darker foliage. I harvested all my coriander yesterday. We've got over here our lilies, which all seem to be doing really well. In between the lilies here, we've got a dahlia bed full of lots of lovely dahlias. Got some strawberries here, and this bed here I'm going to clear out the tulips. Next to the greenhouse, it's like a flower bed. We've got our alliums appearing now, and tulips will go over soon. And then we'll get this. We've got in this bed, I've got loads of red sunflowers, poppies, cornflowers, lots of annuals as well, so hopefully that will be lovely. And behind there we've got our chives. There's the alliums all starting to emerge now. These were all transplanted, so we haven't got that many. We might have more next year. Lovely. Garlic is doing fine, and then we've got our onion bed just here, and the onions are doing really well as well. Plans for this bed here, there is a lot of alliums in here. Maybe we'll get some more next year, but loads more flowers in here, and I might interplant with some tomatoes as well. More onions that are in the ground, and they are sown next to the radish that's in between. This will be ready to harvest soon. And then we've got our beetroot bed. Beetroots are coming along nicely. We've got some red, which is I believe it's Pablo, or Detroit, sorry, it's Detroit, that one. And we've got some golden beetroot there as well. We also have our seedlings that we've sown for our beetroots as well, and they are coming along nicely. So we've got the golden on this side and the red here, so that's lovely to see. Nice succession crop. Our onions from seed, which is a large white onion, and they're doing quite well. And at the front we've got some leeks as well, and they are doing well in lettuce bed, which is starting to do quite nicely. I'm just regularly coming in here, giving them lots of water, and they're coming along nicely. Are doing really well. So we've got a large mature currant bush here, lots more currants here, doing well. A very special thanks to Alan from Alan's Allotment, Ali from My Rusty Garden, Gray from Gardener Gray, and Bethan from Bethan's Kitchen and Garden. Thank you so much, guys, for your advice and tips on watering melons. If it wasn't for you, this little guy would not have survived. In our greenhouse, in the bed on the right, we've got our chili peppers, and on the left we have our tomatoes. Cucumber here, which I am planning to let grow over this arch on one side. This bucket here behind me is the carrots that I sowed in the molehill soil, looking fantastic. So I've picked a nice sunny spot and levelled all this bed, ready to sow our sweetcorn seeds. So as you can see in this bed, the soil is beautiful, it's lovely, and it's perfect to direct sow our sweetcorn in. What you want really is a nice fine soil like this, that will literally allow the seeds to basically germinate well. The only thing is that you've got to be careful about when direct sowing is that you don't sow too deep, because otherwise the seed will just be covered in soil and it just won't have enough space to germinate, and so yeah, sometimes sowing too deeply you won't get the result. So I've got my little trusted baby rake here and I'm just raking this soil, but as you can see, really it's a really lovely, well prepared bed and really soft soil, perfect for direct sowing. The other thing to be aware of with direct sowing is the space that you leave in between your seeds, because you need to remember that it's going to go into a plant and it needs to have enough space so that you don't overcrowd your plants if they grow too close together. Especially with sweet corn, what you will find is that they will just compete and you'll get plants that just won't produce any viable sweet corn. So yeah, you need to make sure that you give them enough space as well. So this is nicely prepared now and it's all ready for our seeds to be directly sown into. So now it's time to get my sweet corn in. I know you can barely see these, I'm just trying to zoom in as much as I can just to show you how I've spaced them out. So just put them on the bed there and then just lightly cover them with some soil. Sweet corn bed, nicely sown.
So we had a nice day at the plot, evening plot day. My dad sowed some sweet corn, I killed some weeds.
That's right, managed to get a lot of sweet corn sown. And we're both sat here now, and behind us is our plot full of strawberries.
Yeah.
So easy to harvest in these small bunches. Coriander. all this coriander that I've managed to harvest. That evening we had fillet of cod with coriander, lemon and garlic infused butter.
Taken out of the oven. It's all really yummy.
Sizzling. Mate, are you having a laugh?